Alright guys, now I thought I'd take the opportunity today just to show you my new subs rather than piss about trying to get you to guess what they are. Just straight up show you them. These are RE XXX 15s, the V3s, so these are pre-2006. These are supposedly the perfect balance between SPL and SQ. They're quite rare to get hold of now, these motor designs. The new style is much more aimed at pure SPL and lags behind a little bit on the lows, etc. Whereas these are far more punchy and stay tight, yet absolutely smash out the lows. As you've seen in my little teaser video, you'll see that these are very capable subs. They've got double stacked magnets. I don't know if there's another magnet behind that metal chrome there, I have no idea. I think they're single suspension. They're very nice and soft, which means they're very responsive. The surround isn't oversized, it's just about right, which gives me maximum cone area while still allowing for huge X-Max, as you'll see in a minute. The tinsel leads aren't woven, which I prefer because from my experience, woven tinsel leads are a nightmare and they always break and come apart. Now, I don't know how well you can see in there, but the coils are actually flat wind. They're a flat kind of copper, and it's round around the former. Is slightly more thermal handling than regular round copper wiring. There you go, they look quite nice there, moving at about, what's that, 6 Hertz. Now, I picked these up second hand for an absolute bargain, and this is why. There's some cosmetic damage on the cone of one of them. Guy dropped a drill off the bench and it went through the top part of the cone on the woofer. Now this is just a cosmetic cover, if you like. It's an oversized inverted dust cap, and it's completely sealed all the way underneath this, right round to the back. And I can show you this. There you go. So that under there is actually all just normal speaker cone. Now these were sold as in need of a recone, obviously, because they've got damage on the front there. However, they do still sound perfectly fine even with that damage. It doesn't click or make any sounds when played, as you'll see in a minute. But obviously it's not very sightly and I do want to get it repaired or something done with it. So what I was thinking of doing is removing this oversized dust cap, this inverted thing, go around the sides, just take it off all the way, and what I'll be left with is I'll just be left with like a normal sort of V-shaped speaker cone like you would normally expect to see, and I'll just get a nice big dome dust cap to go over the top of it, so they'll look like unbranded subs, which could look really nice. There you go. Now as you can see under there, I've just got a regular, almost like a dust cap under there already, and I'd obviously do the same with the second one over there. This doesn't have any cracks in it, other than a couple of really tiny little ones. There's a tiny little one there, don't know if you can just about see that, and it's got quite bad scratches and stuff. So if I were to do that thing with the dome, I would do on both of them so they look the same. So there you go guys, new subs. These will be boxed up as soon as possible and in my car in a completely different box. I'm currently measuring up and planning a boot wall for these. I'm also planning a little temporary experimental box, which if you watch my previous video, which I'll just make public, it was unlisted for the time being, then you'll see a little experiment which I want to do with these, which will be very fun and could get very loud. Now you're probably wondering why I sold my DCs and got these instead. Well, my DCs actually were only 1000 watts RMS each, and they were regular circular copper coil wound. Now my Pioneers, which I had before, which you'll see in my previous video, is my loudest setup to date probably. They were 1000 watts RMS as well, and they were 12s, and in the 15-inch cone area 1000 watts RMS wasn't enough to make the subs move in the current box, and they did get warm off my Vibe monobox, which is very strange. Could have been clipping, but even so I don't feel the coils had a lot of life in them. I don't really know, they just didn't feel right for me. These ones have 1600 watts RMS each, and they haven't got warm once yet, and I've had them off a temporary amplifier, which is another loudest.com 3k amp. That is just temporary until I get my D5S fixed, and that will push about 3k RMS. Got my 2 Optima yellow tops in the back as well, so it's getting decent voltage and they don't get warm. So yeah, stay tuned guys for lots of awesome stuff to come with these subs. I'm expecting loud, big scores from these.